Hello everyone, it is April 5th and I'm really interested in where Cardano is sitting right now in terms of the price action. I think if we continue to push up against this resistance zone we have over here between the $1.20 and the $1.22 region, then we will see a substantial move to the upside back to these higher levels we were at previously, close to at least the $1.35 as a first stop, but ultimately to the $1.50 zone. So this is what this video is going to be about. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you subscribe to the channel to get updates like this on a daily basis, and make sure you watch all the way through. So I think it's pretty clear how the boundaries are set up for Cardano's price action so far. We can see a clear support zone which is inclined upwards, telling us that the buys are coming in at a more aggressive rate as time goes by. Also, we have a very clear resistance zone here at the $1.49 to the $1.50 region, where we touched it twice already and clearly retraced afterwards. Now within those two support and resistance zones, which are clearly forming some sort of an ascending triangle, we have some supply and demand zones in between that we need to make sure we close above before we see Cardano continue to push back up to those higher levels. For the time being, we're pushing up against the $1.20 to the $1.22 region. Looks like we jabbed it multiple times for the past week to the 10 days, and we know that the more you touch a support or resistance zone, the more we weaken it and the more we're likely to actually pass through it. So that's pretty good. Looks like the 8 and the 21 EMA over here have been supporting the price along the way, and you can see here how we consistently found support at them for several days, where sellers tried to close below but didn't succeed until the buyers gave up 2 days ago, and we see that clear rejection for 2 consecutive days. So we can see that there's some heavy resistance at this zone, and this is where Cardano needs to prove itself. Also, you can tell here that there's so much indecisiveness in the market at the moment. The bodies of these candles are extremely narrow, and those wicks to the upside are telling us that as much as we have buyers trying to push the price back up, sellers are also in the market and are rejecting upward movements in the short term. I think this is normal for now. I think we shouldn't really expect any buyers to jump in this time period until we reach this buy zone where we see buyers coming in to drive the price upwards. I think the next days here to come are going to be pretty significant for Cardano, and any movement to upward or downward is going to be very dramatic. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the price action is extremely choppy and it's very volatile. Obviously the past 10 days were pretty quiet, but you can see how in those higher levels here we ranged from the $1.49 all the way back down to the $1.15 like it was nothing basically. And you can see how those dips are getting bought up pretty quick. So buyers are immediately accumulating at every chance they get, but also you got lots of traders that are just trying to make some money regardless of the fundamentals. So look at this one here, for example, from the $1.14 all the way down to the 83¢, and then right away this was this was more of a flash sale basically, and people hopped in on as soon as they could. But then again, you look at other sections of the chart and there's almost no movement for a while. So you definitely need to be careful when you're looking at this. It's pretty exciting how this is playing out so far. I think there's a great chance for this to reach up to the $1.50 region within the next 2 to 3 weeks, but it's equally important for you to understand the risk associated with this regardless of the excitement. And like they say, the optimist invents the plane, the pessimist invents the parachute. So always make sure you take the risk with the reward, and that's how you'll make a well-informed decision regardless. So, but enough of me rambling. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and join our Discord to stay up to date with the market. Also, if you'd like to support us on Patreon, check out the link in the description below. It will definitely help out with the channel a lot. Again, thank you for watching. Have a great day.